This video comes from TikTok user Savior, who for months documented the terrifying haunting inside her former family home. Most notably, the dark shadow figure that tormented her night after night. After moving out, she thought the nightmare had finally ended. For a while, it did. Until this happened.
Maybe when I'm done with it, I can send you this.
In one recording, she casually films a room tour in her new apartment, proudly showing off her decor and collection pieces. Everything seems ordinary at first, until strange disturbances begin creeping back into her life.
This is the duvet that I grabbed from the house. There's all my books that I could not fit on my shelf. This video, some really weird stuff has been happening around here. Like, I keep hearing like random noises. I don't want to freak you out. I mean, I'm not that worried about it. I mean, it's kind of freaky. But anyways.
Each one grows more unsettling than the last, raising a disturbing question. Did the shadow figure actually follow her? Viewers were horrified when the same dark entity was spotted in the background. At one point, the shadow can be seen standing outside her window, silently watching her every move. Then, even more terrifying.
I think it's back. Wait. There's someone out. There's someone on the back porch.
Savior captures the figure inside her apartment. These became the last videos she managed to record of the sinister presence. So, what exactly is this thing? A ghost? A demon? Or something else entirely? She's a Canadian woman who's become infamous online for living in what many viewers call one of the internet's most haunted houses. Her channel blends thrift store finds, creepy dolls, vintage antiques, and unboxings. Items fans swear carry a strange, lingering energy. But it's the videos filmed after dark that hooked her audience. Faint knocks, shadows that slip away, and moments that make your skin crawl. One quiet evening in the kitchen, she heard noises coming from the laundry room. Nothing new for someone used to strange activity. She called out, asking questions into the dark, waiting to see if anything would answer. Watch closely.
Hi guys. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the heart. This doll doesn't seem to be doing much of anything at this point. Whatever's going on, we're getting a lot of activity from that room. A lot of noise coming from there. A lot of app activity from there. I just don't feel comfortable over there. Do you? Mm-mm. Are you still in that room? If you're in that room, give me a sign. Oh yeah, I never thought flashlight. If you're in the room, give me a sign. Did you hear that? Who's there? Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Oh, shit! Okay. You heard that, right?
Yep.
Was that you?
I'm trying to there.
Okay. I'm scared to go near it. What are you doing? I was ready to run for the stairs. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm trying to... Okay, I'm trying to breathe. Okay. Who is this?
I think it's toying with us.
Frig, the cat scared me. Frig, I can't. My heart is in my throat. What was that noise, though? It was a thump. Yeah, keep the flashlight like that. If there's anything moving, we can see. Who's here? Shit. That was loud, whatever that was. My nose is starting to run because it's gotten cold.
Do I turn it off?
Try turning it off. I'm just gonna back up. I keep thinking something's gonna fly out at me.
Sam's back here making.
Frig, I don't like that.
Oh, no.
I don't like that. Who's here? Say your name.
A sudden bang, an animal deep growl, then silence the instant she speaks. The room drops cold, then the scream. That sequence, loud impact, vocalization, immediate stillness, is classic poltergeist behavior, the kind of disturbance linked to restless or hostile presences. What viewers noticed later, and she hadn't at the time, was far worse. As her flashlight swept the curtain, a large, face-like shape seems to materialize in the frame. Sometimes an audience spots the things a person living in, the moment can't. Yet, she stayed. Nearly a year later, another unnerving clip surfaced.
Guys, I'm in the laundry room, and a lot of you know we hung the wind chimes down in the basement the other day. We've been hearing them off and on, and I'm down here alone, and I just heard them. They're moving. And there's an orb. They're moving.
Among her trove of antiquities sits a simple wind chime, ordinary, harmless. But it keeps surfacing at the center of the strange events. In the video, pale orbs drift around the chime. Unlike many orb sightings that appear only through a lens, these shapes were visible to the naked eye, rare, and in paranormal circles, a sign of potent energy. Some say it's spirits trying to make contact. Others warn it could be something older, less human. She insists the presence isn't hostile. We can only hope she's right. A mother named Sarai received a doll as a Christmas gift for her young daughter, and at first, everything seemed perfectly normal. But it didn't take long before the doll began acting in unsettling ways.
A esta muñeca se la regalaron a mi hija, esta ahorita para Navidad. Me quedé sola yo aquí en mi casa hace como que unos 2 o 3 días y yo estaba acostada cuando sola empezó a sonar, pero si se dan cuenta no tiene absolutamente nada aquí, porque yo todo le quito, pues mira, si le tocas absolutamente todo se le quita, mira.
According to Sarai, the toy is supposed to work only when its button is pressed, causing it to walk and sing. Yet in her footage, the doll is seen blinking on its own, and its mouth even twists into a grin when she touches it. Just a few nights ago, at around 2 a.m., Sarai was home alone when the doll suddenly powered on by itself. Startled, she grabbed her phone to record the disturbing moment.
Es lo que te dije, esta muñeca no para de moverse, estoy aquí acostada y mira, fíjate, no deja de moverse, no deja de sonar sola, yo no la he tocado absolutamente para nada, la he tocado para nada, la he movido y mírala. Y estoy totalmente sola, o sea, es en serio, no hay nada. ¡Ay, Dios mío santo! ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Quién está ahí? ¿Hola? Y es que no hay nadie, o sea, yo estoy sola en la casa, mira, no te estoy mintiendo, estoy totalmente sola aquí en la casa, la niña no está, porque pues la niña está ahorita con mi mamá, la niña no está. ¿Soy yo o la maleta se movió? ¿Quién está ahí? Virgen Santa, esto se acaba de mover hacia mí, se sigue moviendo hasta el... ¿Cómo se llama esa cosa de allá abajo? Estoy toda nerviosa, no hay nadie. Yo estoy totalmente sola aquí en la casa, mira. Estaba acostada, ya está bien tarde, son como la 1, las 2 de la mañana. Y esta bendita muñeca empezó, ya me da hasta miedo tocarla. Empezó sola a moverse, a cantar. Ay, Dios. Intentaron abrir esta puerta. Intentaron abrir literalmente esta puerta. Hola. No, pues que yo sé que no hay nadie porque yo estoy sola, pues. No hay absolutamente nadie aquí. No tengo más que claro, no hay nadie, mira. Aquí estoy yo totalmente. Padre Celestial, ¿soy yo? ¿Estoy mal o hay alguien allá parado? Esta cosa se está... Mira, mira, fíjate. Va para el cuarto de la niña. ¿Te das cuenta? Mírala. Va para el cuarto de la niña. ¿Qué tienes? Muñeca. Tengo nervios de tocarla. Muñeca, ¿qué tienes? ¿Por qué lloras? No llores. ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué quieres? A ver, dime, ¿qué quieres? ¿Qué es lo que te pasa, muñeca? ¿Estás enojada? ¿Qué tienes, pues? ¿Qué tienes? ¿Por qué lloras de esta forma? ¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué vas a buscar al cuarto de mi hija? ¿Qué se te perdió allá? ¿Nada se te perdió en el cuarto de ella? Pues ya son, ¿qué les digo yo? Las 2 de la mañana. Miren, van a ser las 2 de la mañana. Está bien raro que en la puerta, exactamente en la puerta de mi casa, está llorando un gato después de lo que acaba de pasar con esta muñeca. Seguro que acaba de pasar con esta muñeca. La verdad que, vaya, estoy nerviosa, sí, por lo que pasó. No tengo miedo, no me da miedo de que una entidad, un espíritu, un demonio, lo que sea, esté aquí. Ya fui, ya miré, no hay absolutamente nada. Absolutamente nada, no se logra ver bien por el vídeo, pero no hay absolutamente nada, nada, nada en el patio. Totalmente sola, no hay nadie aquí conmigo, no hay absolutamente nadie. ¿Oye la muñeca? Mírenla. Detente, detente, te vas a caer, detente. Miren, y no deja de moverse. ¿Se dan cuenta? Les grabé absolutamente todo lo que pasó con ella.
The doll moved on its own, and almost instantly, the bedroom door slammed shut. Moments later, a suitcase slid across the floor by itself. What made the encounter even more terrifying was the shape of a small girl that appeared outside the window, just as the doll resumed its eerie movements. Then, it began to cry, followed by the haunting sound of a cat wailing from beyond the door. Sarai now believes the doll may be cursed, or even haunted. Perhaps that's the very reason it was given to her in the first place. Hopefully, she decides to get rid of it before something even darker unfolds. But what do you think? Could this doll really be possessed, or is there another explanation? This next video comes from Kyle Anthony, who began experiencing strange activity around his home after discovering something unsettling in his attic.
I go through the contents of the box after I find the doll, and there's a journal in there, along with a bunch of little, like a marble and just some change and just a bunch of dirt and probably mouse poop and stuff. It's nasty. But the journal is weird. The journal is extremely, extremely weird. It's filled with a bunch of creepy drawings and some kind of code that's just a bunch of numbers.
It all started when he heard loud banging on the attic door. Curious, he went up to investigate and found a box filled with disturbing items, including a doll missing its eyes and a journal covered in strange drawings and cryptic numbers. Kyle shared his findings with viewers, and with their help, he managed to decode a few of the journal's pages. The messages seemed to center on the doll, Shelley, but ever since unearthing the box, the activity in his home only grew worse.
Alright, for any of y'all who don't believe that this is real, then I'm just making it up. I'm about to prove it to you. box. There's nothing up here. There's nothing up here. I told you.
One night, Kyle heard the attic banging again. When he checked, there was nothing there. Another time, the sounds came from downstairs, and even his cats appeared unsettled, tracking something moving through the house.
I showed y'all this journal, and he apparently decoded this page. According to him, it says something like, sewing kit, because doctor says I need a little hobby because my Shelly doll is not alive. Are you Shelly? What in the hell's going on? And look at this. Look at this. This is freaking creepy. Well, who did this? It's burnt. And what's going on? I don't even want to mess with this thing. Yesterday, I decoded the first page. I'll put that on the screen now. And now I'll put the translation. That's really weird, isn't it? It says Shelly. Second time, the journal has said Shelly, Shelly. Ring the bell. Flames of hell. What does that mean? It's happening again. I can hear it again. I know. I'll be right back. It's happening again. I can hear it. Do y'all hear it too? Is it coming from the floor? Or is it coming? I can't tell where it's coming from. I can't tell where it's coming from.
Following the noise, Kyle discovered a hidden crawl space. Inside, he came across something horrifying.
Let's go. And everybody's talking about my crawl space being weird. I don't know. That's the basement. Basement wall. I don't know what's going on. I didn't build it. And that's a can, I guess. I don't know. RC Cola. Royal Crown Cola. All right. Okay. That's what I was talking about. It wasn't no insulation what I was talking about. I was talking about that little thing there. It's like a little heart-shaped box. Oh, gosh dang. It's that thing. That's it right there. Can you just be empty? Can you just be empty?
The missing eyes of the doll. Disturbed, Kyle decided to return everything to the attic and leave it as he found it. But this time, he set up a camera to watch the box. What it captured is deeply unsettling. The box begins to vibrate and move entirely on its own, despite nothing else being in the attic. Soon after, new sounds began echoing from his basement.
Hearing a little kid laughing in the basement, and I do not have children. This is freaking me out. Yeah, you do hear it too? Go. Move. I'll try to go down there. Oh, God, let's see if we hear it. Goodness gracious. Shit. Do you hear that? Oh, my God, that's freaky. I don't have children. And I'm home alone. My fiance just went with her sister to the mall. I don't hear it anymore now. Goodness gracious.
Among them, something particularly chilling, the sound of a child's laughter.
Goodness gracious. Shit.
Kyle admits he has no idea what he's dealing with, or what should be done with the items. Until more answers surface, this mystery remains unsolved, and perhaps more dangerous than anyone realizes. On December 31st, 2022, Ivan uploaded a video that turned his life upside down. For 2 weeks, he'd been plagued by odd noises and small, inexplicable movements around his home, the kind that make the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. When he tried to tell friends and family, they shrugged it off as stress or imagination. So one night, he grabbed his phone and started recording from his bedroom to prove he wasn't losing it. What the footage caught was far more than creaks and shadows.
Here are my hands. Did you see that? Did you see that? Here are my feet, not moving. Here are my hands and my feet. Oh shit, hold on. Here's my face. Why'd you do that? Can you do it again? You forgot, you didn't, did you? There's so many things flying across my screen. I feel like it's dust. It's gotta be dust. I'm gonna take a shot. Mom? No. No.
When Ivan spoke, unseen hands seemed to obey. Objects dropped to the floor on command, not once but twice, as if whatever lived in the house actually understood him. Convinced something intelligent was at work, he kept filming and later captured the thing that sealed it for him.
Am I tripping? Am I tripping? You see that? Oh, okay. Can you not do that, please?
A handheld vacuum sliding on its own and coming to rest balanced upright in an unnaturally steady pose. There was no plausible explanation, and the clips finally convinced his loved ones that something was wrong. Ivan still kept his doctor's appointment 3 days later. The doctors found nothing physically or mentally amiss. He left not relieved, but haunted, certain now that what lived in his house was real. Rosina, who's appeared on the channel before, moved into a new apartment in France only to discover she'd been duped. The place is haunted. Within days, unsettling things began. While she was eating yogurt, she heard terrifying, labored breathing from the fireplace, even though there was nothing inside. She later filmed a follow-up to prove the device by the hearth wasn't a speaker, but her internet box, the only thing plugged in. And still the noises continued, so disturbing she checked into a hotel for a few days. When she returned, she invited priests to bless the flat, but the visit seemed to make the atmosphere heavier. Dishes shattered without cause, doors slammed violently, and a putrid rotting flesh smell hung in the parts of the apartment. Banging started on the walls, which she captured on camera, and then late one night, a voice finally spoke. a chilling command telling her to come. It was the first time she'd ever heard it form words, and as the incidents escalate, Rosanna is more terrified and unsure than ever what to do next. In the following chilling footage, a young girl can be seen innocently playing a mysterious game by herself, only for the experience to leave her utterly terrified.
The sky is blue, and I see you.
Nothing unusual is captured on camera, yet the girl swears she saw a ghostly face floating inside her bedroom. This disturbing reaction is not unique. The game she was playing, known as The Sky is Blue, has a dark reputation. Its unsettling objective? To capture a spectral face on video. Frightened by their daughter's encounter and her sheer panic, the parents swiftly banned her from ever playing the game again. But as with most forbidden things, curiosity has a way of breaking the rules. Her older sister, Vicky, skeptical yet intrigued, decided to try the game herself. At first, nothing unusual happened, but one night, when Vicky chose to play alone and wandered through every room in the house, something unimaginable occurred.
You go, the sky is blue, move down and say, and I see you. And you want to look for a baby's face.
The sky is blue, and I see you.
That's not how you do it. You have to point up at the ceiling and
That's what I did.
slowly go down.
Why do I have to do it slowly?
Because that's how it goes.
The sky is blue.
The sky is blue, and I see you. 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 The sky is blue, and I see you.
Without warning, the heavy chandelier overhead came crashing violently to the floor, despite being securely fastened in place. For Vicky, the timing was far too sinister to dismiss as coincidence. Shaken to her core, she fled the room in sheer panic and has never dared to play the game again.
Asking, this is what fell. That game? Absolutely not.
Whether the game itself holds some paranormal force, or the events were an eerie chain of accidents remains unknown. But until more stories emerge, The Sky is Blue continues to linger as one of the most unsettling games whispered about online. Clay had just moved into a 1950s-era house with his young daughter, excited for a fresh start. But almost immediately, strange, scratching sounds began echoing through the walls each night. One evening, he set up a camera while his daughter slept, and what he captured was terrifying.
Hey guys, I just wanted to show you something. I just moved into a new house, and some weird things have been happening. Here, just let me show you. Pardon the mess. It's a little bit of a disaster because, like I said, we just moved in. But anyways, right here, I just want to show you my daughter is sleeping. Okay? Now watch. Here, this back room is where it gets weird. Just listen to this. Look at my cat reacting. not doing it. Hang on. She's still right here. I can't do this.
His daughter lay peacefully in bed, the room silent except for the soft hum of the camera. As Clay walked down the hall, the family cat suddenly froze, staring at something unseen. Then, a small, eerie voice drifted from his daughter's room, softly calling, "Daddy!" She was still asleep, yet the sound sent chills down his spine. Terrified, Clay decided not to investigate and made a vow to move out before the haunting grew even worse. This recording comes from a mother named Melia, who moved with her children into a home in France in September of 2024. Soon after settling in, her 3-year-old daughter became terrified of her own room.
Elle a des grandes dents? Oui. Oh, no.
Crying and screaming about a woman on the ceiling with unnaturally large teeth. At first, Melia dismissed it as a nightmare, but when her daughter repeated the same details, long, dark hair, oversized hands, sharp nails, and a sinister grin, her concern grew. Moments later, the bedroom light began to flicker, and Melia started recording. What she captured was chilling. The door creaked open on its own, with nothing on the other side. The strange events didn't stop there. Late at night, Melia heard sounds like clacking hooves, doors closing, and even the television switching on, despite both children being asleep. Hoping for answers, she set up security cameras around the house. Soon after, during a live stream, the lights blinked erratically as she showed her viewers her empty hands in a mirror's reflection.
J'ai pas de trucs dans les mains. Et là, c'est la chambre de mon fils, je vais aller vite. Voilà. Oh, ça va mieux là déjà. Je pète un câble. Est-ce que vous entendez les pas juste? Ta mère, toi.
Another time, she heard footsteps below her son's room, only for them to vanish the moment she rushed downstairs. Her trembling voice and frantic movements made it clear. She was genuinely afraid.
Ouais, je suis toute seule, ouais. Ouais, mais merci Kim, t'es un amour. Mais franchement, il y a des jours, c'est fatigant en fait. En plus, je pense que je suis malade parce que j'arrête pas de vomir et tout. Donc la fatigue, la maladie, et en plus, tu remets les bruits là, de merde là. Pardon.
On another broadcast, faint footsteps and unsettling noises echoed behind her, leaving her visibly shaken. But the worst came a few nights later. Entering her daughter's bedroom, Melia's camera caught a brief, terrifying image. A dark silhouette standing in the middle of the room before vanishing. Much of that footage was lost, leaving only a slowed clip to examine. Since then, Melia has suffered recurring nightmares of a presence trying to take her daughter. Even a cleansing ritual with sage seemed to make things worse. Now, just months after moving in, she's desperate to leave. She also points to an old condemned well on the property, which she suspects may be linked to the haunting. So, what's truly happening in this house? Is it simply fear and imagination? Or is something unexplainable lurking within these walls? In this video, two friends planned a simple movie night at home. They picked a horror film, expecting the scares to stay on the screen. But what followed was a nightmare that unfolded inside their own house.
Oigan amigos, estábamos aquí viendo una película de terror y se están empezando a escuchar ruidos en la casa. Te juro que neta, en serio. Ponle pausa, ponle pausa, ponle pausa, ponle pausa. Pausa. Alexa, mute. Alexa, mute. Pausa. Ay, ¿por qué no se pausa? Caso. What the Madres. Te los juro, es que... ¿Qué pedo? Bien. ¿Sí lo grabaste? Sí, creo que sí quedó grabado. Es que estábamos aquí en la casa, estábamos viendo una película ya para... literal, ya para dormir. No mames. O sea, nosotros siempre tenemos la puerta abierta porque aquí hace un calor horrible, por eso.
As they sat watching TV, a sudden noise startled them. One of the girls tried to pause the film with Alexa, but the device refused to respond. Moments later, the jingling of objects and the slam of a door sent a chill through the room. And that was only the beginning. The longer they tried to continue the movie, the worse it got.
No, eso fue en mi cuarto. Ya se había calmado. Oigan, ya no habíamos escuchado nada. Y... no mames. Te juro que no estamos esperando a nadie. No. Oigan, y es que estamos completamente solas, o sea, vivimos aquí. Se están escuchando cosas allá en la parte del baño. Se sigue moviendo. ¿Qué pedo? Leslie, no. No, Leslie, estamos solas, no mames. Perdón. Es que se están escuchando cosas.
A loud bang echoed through the home, followed by shuffling noises and relentless knocking. Each sound pushed them further into panic, their reactions raw and genuine. The disturbances escalated. Movement in the house, eerie noises, and an unshakable sense that something unseen was with them.
No. ¿Qué hacemos? Hay que hablarle a César. ¿Tiene su número? Márcale. Ay, acompáñame a mi cuarto. Es que se sigue moviendo esa cosa. No, Venti, no, Venti. Vean.
The girls clung to each other, torn between calling for help and staying frozen in fear. Some say watching horror films can attract negative energy, or even open a doorway to something darker. Whether coincidence or curse, these two friends lived through a night they'll never forget. But what do you think? Did their movie invite something sinister into their home, or was it all just an eerie string of coincidences? Zark recently moved from India to Dubai, hoping to escape a terrifying haunting in his home. But the paranormal activity followed him to his new house, escalating to the point where he had to send his family to live with relatives. Zark often hears strange noises, but when he checks his recordings, there's nothing there.
I think I'm gonna go crazy very soon. Because I'm hearing stuff and I don't recognize whether it's happening real or not. Because whenever I record videos, when I play it back, all I get to know is that there's no sound in the video.
It's so disorienting that he can no longer tell what's real and what might be in his head. He explains that every night when the activity begins, the light switches stop working, yet all other electrical appliances continue to function.
You know, one thing I always remember is like people ask me, why is the home always dark? I'll show you something. You see? The light switch, all three are on. I usually keep them on because normally during the haunting hours, the lights go off. See? If you go to my previous videos, you will see all these buttons, all these switches, they work for the chandeliers and the lights over here. Plus, you see the kitchen light is on, but there's no light. I'll show you something. See, the restroom, nothing works. But rest everything works in the house. That's the most strangest part. As you can see, the TV switch, the light is on. See? You can see the camera light is on. Even the switches. See? The red light. Even this. See? The internet light is on. So everything works at home except the lights during the haunting hours. I'll show you something as well. You can see this? All the appliances work at home except the lights during the haunting hours. I'm sorry, there's nothing much in the fridge because it's only me now. All I just eat nowadays is just croissant and I have some drinks. What's happening again?
This, he says, is the signal that the haunting has started. Shortly afterward, the hairdryer turns on by itself. Zark tries to get some sleep before work, but his rest is always abruptly interrupted.
That's weak. I just woke up and there was some sound over here. But it's very strange that lights are on now. Normally there's no activities during the night, but I could hear some sound. Oh God. The haunting hours begin. Oh, Jesus. The door just opened.
Objects fall from shelves, and the bedroom door opens on its own. When he approaches to close it, the unmistakable sound of bare feet running toward him sends him panicking back into bed. Zark has searched for a way to rid his home of this entity, but so far, he has found no solution. Every night, he endures the torment alone, protecting his family from the terrifying presence that refuses to leave. Hopefully, we'll hear more updates soon. This chilling clip comes courtesy of Smug Puppy, a family who say their house has been haunted on and off for years, but lately the activity has surged into something far darker. Their dog barks wildly at empty corners and bolts back inside as if something unseen is stalking the rooms. After attempting to sage the place, which only seemed to aggravate whatever's there, they turn to a Ouija board to try and find out what the entity wants.
Keeps going and going and going. Not spelling thick stuff out all the time, but hold up, here it goes again. Yeah. Just the way it moves, it's freaky.
Yeah.
On the floor now, so, not on the table.
Gate.
Yeah, hold up, it's not finished. Still going. Yeah, this is a long one.
Gateway.
Gateway, I think.
Oh.
Gateway? What do you mean by gateway?
Yeah.
I mean, it might mean like a doorway or a portal or something like that. People are always warning us that. What do you mean by gateway? You can let us know. Oh, I think I know what this one is. Yeah.
Careful.
Careful. Careful of what?
Oh!
Oh! Crap.
Fucking hell.
Right, hold up a sec. I need to show you people. Just so you know, right? There's no magnets. I mean, this floor is solid concrete underneath these. Can you see? There's no magnets. These are just felt pads so it glides. There's no magnets or anything in the legs or anything like that. This board again is just stuck down with blue tack so it doesn't slide around. Oh. Floor absolutely solid.
During the session, the planchette begins sliding by itself, and then, without warning, the whole table and chairs slide toward them. The father holds the planchette up to the camera, insisting there are no magnets or trickery. It moves on its own every time they try it. And they decide it's safer to stop. A few days later, the daughter Kaylee tries it alone. She taunts whatever answered before, and the board suddenly hurls itself into the wall.
You just fucking pissed off. Whoa! Whoa! Dad?
Oh, what's going on again? More games. There's that cupboard in the corner. That's right. Shout! Help!
Nick!
Yeah.
Nick!
Yeah.
Oh my god, what's happened?
I'm alright, I'm okay. Oh, hello. I dropped the camera.
Yeah, forget about the camera and get yourself up. Here, what happened?
I got pushed down.
Dad?
I dropped the camera.
Yeah, forget about the camera and get yourself up. Here, what happened?
I got pushed down. Literally forced pushed down.
From what?
I don't know, like a whoosh come down, if you know what I mean.
I'm sorry, I've been playing with the Ouija board.
Kaylee!
I told you not to play with it.
Sorry.
The cupboards in the corner were slamming.
Oh my god.
Do you need help?
No, alright, I got.
Her father rushes in and hears a cupboard opening and slamming shut by itself. When he goes to check, it's pushed over. Then, during what they say is their last attempt, the planchette inexplicably bursts into flame while a low guttural growl echoes through the room.
You're not even making any sense anymore. I'm gonna throw this board away, mate. What the? Oh my god, look at it. I'm not having that. It's burning. Got it. Ow. Melted it. That's it. This board's going away. I will burn it in my garden. That is it, mate. Whoever you are. I'm not having fire.
Yet the board remains untouched by scorch marks. Creeped out, they switch to a K2 meter, and that only escalates things.
I'm under the bloody table, you idiot. Let's start with that, right?
What was that? Oh, it's the K2 meter. It's upside down. Did you touch it?
Have you touched it?
Have you touched it?
I haven't touched it.
What the fuck?
Did you touch it, honestly?
I did not touch it.
My hands have been here all the time.
It's closer to you.
It was in the middle.
A pair of clawed hands seem to appear beneath the table while the K2 meter levitates, hovering and flickering as if guided by something with fingers. They've installed cameras in every room and captured footage that, to them, is the most disturbing event yet.
Dad?
Yeah?
Where are the cameras?
Table and the shelf, just above the Hoover.
It's not here.
Hey? Yeah, there. I put batteries in them both.
It's not here. I
What do
thought
you
I
mean it's
heard
not
it
there?
fall.
It fell off.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
On the floor. I would have heard it in the kitchen.
Well, where is it?
Have a look. Well, it can't go far, Kays. Behind the sofa? Has it gone in our room or something? On the 100%. Turn this off. I'm going out.
Whoa!
What's up?
Fucking camera's just fallen through the ceiling.
Through the? What do you mean it's fallen through the ceiling?
Fucking portal.
A portal?
Yeah.
Hold up. I've got a camera here. You joking?
I'm not joking.
Are you pissing around?
I'm not pissing around. Just falling through the fucking ceiling.
Hold that. It's still recording. Hold it. Hold that. Hold that. That's just me. That's me, Kate. Still recording.
What the fuck? I'm not shitting you. Literally just falling through the ceiling.
It's been recording for what? How long ago did I think? Oh, hold up. 39 minutes.
Fucking hell. What?
So it's
Oh,
gone
we
through
need
a
to go
portal.
through that footage.
That's the first.
That
Right,
was
let's go
mad.
have a look.
Yeah.
Let's have a look.
Fucking camera's just fallen through the ceiling.
What do you mean it's falling through the ceiling?
Fucking portal.
A portal?
Yeah.
Still recording.
While Kaylee is on the sofa, the feed records odd sounds from the darkness then. Something like a shimmering portal forms, and an object falls from the ceiling as if it's emerged from another dimension. Convinced they've pushed past whatever boundary was holding this thing back, they're now seeking someone to bless the house. So, what do you think? Real haunting or an elaborate hoax? Tell me your take below. During a casual FaceTime call with her boyfriend, Rosalind experienced something she could never have anticipated. In the middle of their conversation, her hair suddenly began to rise, pulled upward as if by invisible fingers. Both of them froze in shock. When Rosalind quickly turned around to see what caused it, nothing was there. Only silence, and the unsettling sight of her hair moving on its own. Terrified, she hid beneath her covers, her face betraying pure fear.
Whatever was messing with my hair, it was messing with my hair from the back. Like up here, like grabbing like a handful, like doing this number. My hands, I'll show you how I was laying. I was laying right here,
just like this. I'm on my side, guys. I'm on my side. My hand is right here. The other hand is under here. That is my cat Pickles. Get out of here. And I'm laying like this. My hands are on the blanket. My other hand right here. And whatever it was, you can see me laying like this. And whatever it was messing with my hair from back here. I would like to think it was my uncle because I did just get done crying about him, so maybe he was comforting me. I had a fun-loving uncle. That's all he was a fun-loving uncle. None of that creepy shit, guys. When he was alive and I was younger, he used to play with my hair like that. That's exactly how he used to do it. Would just go run his fingers through my hair like this and play with it to put me to sleep or to comfort me. That's what that was.
Later, she revealed that her late uncle, who had a habit of playfully tugging her hair when he was alive, might be behind this chilling encounter. Could this be his way of reaching out from the afterlife? Or was it something far more sinister? A nurse named Valente works at a hospital where, according to him and many of his co-workers, strange events are a nightly occurrence. Doors swing open on their own, dark figures are glimpsed in the corners of vision, and nurses on the night shift often report eerie encounters whenever they're left alone. The footage you're about to see was sent to Valente by a female security guard working a solitary overnight shift. While making her rounds, she experienced something so unsettling that she pulled out her phone to record. A loud knocking echoed against one of the glass doors, but when she stepped closer to investigate, no one was there. Moments later, after she turned her back, the banging returned, this time louder, more aggressive, yet the other side of the door was still empty. Some believe these disturbances are tied to the countless lives lost within the hospital's walls. But what do you think? Could this be explained rationally, or is something unexplainable truly roaming the halls after dark? This terrifying footage comes from a woman in France named Rosanna, someone we've featured before. She thought she had purchased her dream home, but it quickly revealed itself to be something far darker. From the very first day, the house showed its true nature, haunted. And despite her desperate attempts, Rosanna has been unable to leave. On the night of May 7th, 2025, she was startled by strange noises echoing from the children's playroom down the hall. Grabbing her phone, she began recording, only to capture what looked like a living nightmare. One by one, toys began sliding across the floor on their own, drifting in and out of the room, as if pulled by an invisible force. When she finally gathered the courage to step inside, the playroom appeared completely empty. But then, through the reflection of the window, She spotted a dark, shadowy figure looming directly behind her. When she spun around, however, there was nothing there. Rosanna insists this kind of paranormal activity happens frequently, and to this day, she remains trapped in a legal battle over the property. Until it's resolved, she's forced to stay in the house. The question is, what exactly is tormenting her? A ghost? A demonic presence? Whatever it is, the haunting continues, and the mystery is far from over. It was the night of July 10th, 2014. Kay Budd was behind the wheel, driving her parents, Sharon and Randy, on a long trip from Ohio to New York City. They were excited to see a Broadway show together. Earlier in the drive, Randy had taken the wheel, but now he was resting in the back seat, while Sharon sat up front beside Kay. By the time they reached Pennsylvania, they were still hours away from their destination. But they would never make it to New York. As they approached the Gray Hill Road overpass, the unexpected happened. Something suddenly smashed through the windshield with a force so loud it sounded like an explosion. Confused and terrified, Kay pulled the car over and flicked on the interior light. What they saw changed everything. A rock, the size of a volleyball, had crashed through the glass and struck Sharon directly in the head.
Oh my gosh, something came right through the windshield. Hi, I'm on the highway, Route 80. Something just came through my windshield and it hit my wife, and I think it went right through her head. Oh my God. Can you please can you get an ambulance somewhere? Can you track this phone?
Where on Interstate 80 are you?
Oh my God. She is grasping for her life.
Okay, what is your name, sir?
My name's Randy Budd.
The phone number you're calling
Oh my God. Half her brain's gone. Oh my God. Oh my.
Sharon was rushed to the hospital, where doctors performed multiple emergency surgeries. The trauma to her brain was so severe that a large portion of her skull had to be removed. Her family was told to prepare for the worst, that she likely wouldn't make it through the night. But Sharon was a fighter, a cancer survivor. She had defied the odds before, and she did it again. Her survival, however, came at an unimaginable cost. She lost sight in one eye, parts of her face were destroyed, and the missing portion of her skull had to be replaced with medical-grade plastic. Sharon was left severely disabled and would require years of rehabilitation just to relearn how to walk and speak. The mystery remained. How had a boulder ended up smashing into their car? The answer was chilling. This was no accident. On the overpass above, 4 teenagers had been vandalizing the area. One of them, Dylan, decided to take it further. He dropped the rock onto the Bud's car, changing their lives forever. Dylan and his friends were caught and charged, though their sentences were shockingly short. Dylan served just 4.5 years before being released on parole in 2019. The others received even less. Despite her unimaginable suffering, Sharon stunned everyone with her resilience and positivity.
Keep strong. What keeps you so happy inside?
This guy. He takes good care of me.
With her husband Randy's constant support, she pushed through years of therapy and made a remarkable recovery against all odds. Randy never left her side, but inside he carried a pain no one could see. He fought tirelessly to prevent this from happening to others, working with State Senator Gene Yaw to pass legislation requiring protective fencing on highway overpasses. In Ohio, he succeeded. He fought to bring the same changes to Pennsylvania, but while Randy was protecting others, he was silently battling his own grief and guilt. On August 6, 2016, he made a devastating decision. Feeling crushed by what his wife had endured, Randy took his own life. Less than 3 hours before, he had sent Senator Yaw one final text: "Please get the fence issue settled." Even in his final moments, his thoughts were for others. Today, Randy's ashes remain with Sharon, who lives in an assisted care facility. Though she carries lifelong scars, Sharon is remembered for her kindness, positivity, and unbreakable will to keep going. Her story, and Randy's, stand as reminders of how fragile life can be, and how even in tragedy, the strength of the human spirit can shine through. At Camp Shields, a naval base in Okinawa, Japan, one individual uploaded a disturbing video that quickly gained attention. It began when he heard strange noises coming from one of the lockers. But what happened next was beyond unsettling. A pale hand suddenly emerged from inside, only to vanish just as quickly. Startled, he grabbed his phone to record. The footage that followed captured something truly inexplicable.
To see a f***ing hand. You mad or what? You mad I threw that f***ing helmet at you? Do it again. Make some noise. Show me you're f***ing real. Put f***ing island. Show me. Show me. Prove to me that you're f***ing real. Do it, pussy. What, you mad? Show me. Swing some shit. Make them noises and shit that you did when you woke me up. Do it. Do it. Do it. Oh my fucking gosh, bro.
After angrily confronting the presence and even taunting it, the ghost seemed to respond with a loud knock. Moments later, a glowing orb drifted past him, caught clearly on camera. The more he provoked, the worse things became.
Bro. Hey! Hey, chill the f*** out. I'm tired of your shit. Hey! Cut that shit off. Shut the fuck up!
A locker door swung open on its own. Metallic clanging echoed from within, followed by a low, guttural growl, one that only faded when he raised his voice at the unseen entity. Many believe this confirms long-standing rumors that Camp Shields is haunted, with whispers of past tragedies and lost lives lingering within its walls. But what do you think? Was this a genuine paranormal encounter, or something staged? This unsettling video was recorded by the Hamil family, who claim their home has been plagued by relentless paranormal activity for weeks, far more than any household could reasonably endure. But unlike most families, the Hamils weren't ready to run. Instead, they set out to capture undeniable proof. To keep their children safe, they first sent them to their grandparents' house. Then, the parents began a chilling experiment.
Hey, TikTok, here's our door. Hinges to the ground. Okay. The handle up behind and down. Okay, that's everything. Can you close the door?
Can you close the door? Please?
At first, the mother tried provoking the spirit, urging it to reveal itself. Nothing happened. This wasn't surprising, since the entity seemed to only react to the father. And sure enough, when he stepped forward and spoke, the spirit answered. A nearby door slammed shut in plain view of the camera. The entire doorway and surrounding area were clearly visible, leaving no room for hidden tricks or easy explanations. This was no coincidence. It was a chilling display that many believe could only be the work of a ghost. This chilling video comes from TikTok user Carter. He's sitting alone in his living room, camera in hand, pointing it towards something unsettling in the distance. In the caption, Carter admits he needs to leave, but the fear has him frozen in place. He doesn't move, doesn't even flinch. Something is seriously wrong. As the night drags on, the tension only builds. Carter soon finds himself caught in another terrifying moment. His breathing grows fast and uneven, his voice trembling as he struggles between running for his life or staying put. The panic is undeniable, and whatever is tormenting him clearly isn't finished. Then, without warning, the silence breaks.
Who's there?
A piano begins to play, completely on its own. No one is there, yet the haunting melody echoes through the house. Even stranger, the song is instantly recognizable. Runaway by Kanye West. Overcome with fear, Carter finally bolts outside. But when he turns the camera back toward the house, something ghostly and unexplainable flickers inside. In a follow-up video, Carter shares a photo of himself walking away from the house, smiling with relief. He's officially moving out. After countless nights of fear and unrelenting paranormal activity, he's finally free and more than ready for a fresh start. A man had just moved into a new studio apartment, eager for a fresh start, but something far darker had already claimed the space. One night, while reviewing photos on his computer, he noticed something spine-chilling.
In my whole apartment. I just found out, oh my god, I just found out you can connect your camera to your computer that doesn't have a webcam, and you can use your phone as a camera. Okay, so I was on the photo booth app. I was just like, okay, let me play around with it. I haven't used this in forever, and oh my god, I'm so here. I was taking the photos, whatever, and I was looking back at them, and I saw that there's this black line, and it's because my cabinet opened a little bit, and I went to the next one, and I don't even know why this is like lit up back here. You know, this is like the thermal photo thing, and it's like lit up. So I kept going to the next one, and I swear I freaked out because one, I don't know how it opened, but two, I swear that's like a face right there. Like it's literally like I don't understand like what that could be. Like it's literally a face, and I'm like I'm freaking out right now. And the next one, like the computer started glitching, so it took, I don't know what this is, and then I took a photo. When I realized, it just like snapped a photo automatically. But I swear that's, and I've already checked. I checked my whole apartment, and this, I thought maybe it was up this, because this is black up here, but it was on the second shelf. Like it was not up, it was right here, and there's nothing that looks anything remotely like that.
In the background, a cabinet door had opened on its own. Even more disturbing, a strange heat signature appeared, followed by the pale face of what looked like a ghost staring back at him. Despite searching the apartment, he found no explanation. That same night, the terror escalated. Strange noises came from his closet, so he began recording. His camera captured chilling poltergeist activity. Hangers swaying, objects falling, and then, from a dark gap, a terrifying face staring directly at him. But the activity didn't stop there.
Okay, so it's 3 o'clock in the morning again right now. And the water in my tub is turning on and off and on and off. It's been going on for a few minutes, so I'm gonna go see what's going on. Oh shit. Oh, my shot glasses. This.
Every night, the water tap turned on by itself. Lights seemed to drive the entity away, so he slept under the dim glow of a flashlight. Desperate for answers, he set up security cameras. What they captured was beyond terrifying.
I thought it'd be a good time to update you guys on my haunted apartment and the stuff that's been going on. Things have been getting increasingly worse, and recently it's been really active at night while I sleep. I've been waking up with a lot of bruises and scratches, usually around my neck, some around my stomach. And because of it, my friends and I placed these little cameras around my apartment. And essentially the cameras start recording when it catches movement. So they're running 24 hours a day all around my apartment, and when movement is caught, it starts recording.
The closet door creaked open on its own. His bed sheets were ripped away. Then something invisible dragged him violently off his bed. Horrified, he fled to his car to sleep. He continues to document each chilling encounter. But the question remains, what exactly is haunting him? This chilling video comes from a YouTube channel called Parasomnia MX, though the identity of the person behind it remains unknown. The incident unfolded around midnight, when he suddenly heard a loud bang outside his room. Living alone, the noise was immediately unsettling. At first he thought it might be something minor, perhaps his dog knocking something over. But what he discovered was far more disturbing than he could have imagined.
Okay, it's like midnight right now. I was sleeping on my couch, and I heard a loud bang. I've heard it before, but I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was the dogs on the deck or something. But I think if I sit and wait, you'll see I just seen it. I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is. There it is. It's my cupboards. Let's see. Holy shit, what is shaking? I'm just gonna sit here and videotape for a minute. See what happens. See what happens. This is scary. Oh, holy shit. Holy shit. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Oh! Holy shit. What the Okay. I'm cool. I'm cool. Let me get up and... Ooh, I'm just shaking. Look at my goosebumps. Okay. It's my grandma's old house, too. It's old. I don't remember that light being on. Let's see what this looks like. I don't want to go too close to. That's just creepy. I have no idea. Like, there's nobody in my house right now. Like, nobody. can hear something in that room. Okay. That's weird. What is that? Somebody's in that room. Ah! Whoa! Okay. Look at those goosebumps. I'm gonna go look. What's the worst that's gonna happen? Ooh, it's scary. There's like nobody in here. I'm man. This is scary shit. This is really scary shit. I knew I could hear stuff before, but I don't know. It's so weird. Like I could hear it. Oh. I'm going outside.
On camera, a cabinet can be seen opening repeatedly on its own, as if something inside had stirred a spirit's attention. Moments later, the bead string curtain at the entrance shifted slightly while he watched, prompting him to investigate. But no one was there. That's when he realized he wasn't dealing with anything natural. This was a ghost. Shaken, he quickly uploaded the footage to social media, seeking advice on how to handle the haunting. Hopefully, he found guidance, and that restless presence has since left his home. In another unsettling story, Miguel had long endured the burdens of a grueling job. Endless hours, exhausting night shifts, and careless colleagues made the workplace miserable. He often said the silence of the building at night was the worst part, trapped alone with nothing but his own thoughts. But one night, that silence shattered. From the empty bathroom came the sound of running water, though nobody else should have been there. Uneasy, Miguel stepped inside, and the taps turned on and off by themselves. The hand dryer roared to life without a person near it, repeating over and over as if mocking him. He froze, unsure whether to confront whatever was happening or flee.
La sangre de Cristo me cura. Hola, hola. Hola. Hola, hola. ¿Estás acá? ¿Dónde estás? Se prenden las luces. ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? ¿Estás jugando con la llave? ¿Ah? Necesito otra prueba. Necesito otra prueba. ¡Ay, marica!
When suddenly a stall door slammed shut with terrifying force. That was enough. Miguel bolted, shaken to his core, now convinced his already miserable job had revealed a far darker, haunted side he could never have imagined. This next terrifying video takes us inside the bedroom of Elias Samuel, who was just trying to enjoy a quiet Sunday afternoon. He'd been waiting all week for the newest episode of his favorite series, and the moment it dropped, he settled in for a binge session. Phone in hand, snacks nearby, everything set for a relaxing day. But only minutes into his marathon, the mood shifted.
Amigos, tengo rato que escuché que me tocaron la puerta, pero yo pensé que era el señor que me renta. Pero no hay nadie. Estoy solo y estoy viendo una película, pero algo como que me están tocando otra vez. No sé quién sea, tengo miedo de ir, pero no se ve nadie. sé. Creo que lo tendré que dejar así porque yo no sé nada sobre ese tipo de cosas. La verdad sí tengo miedo de todo esto que está pasando ahorita porque no sé cómo hacerle, qué hacer. Algo raro. No sé qué está pasando realmente. Esto no tenía por qué haberse movido. ¿Quién eres? ¿Qué quieres? Vete de aquí. Déjame en paz.
Something unseen decided to join him, turning comfort into chaos. For Elias, this isn't unfamiliar territory. Paranormal disturbances seem to follow him, and judging by the Ouija board tucked away in the corner of his room, it's easy to see why. He's dabbled in things most people wouldn't dare. In this clip, the tension builds with faint noises scraping from behind his bedroom door. Then, without warning, several cups perched on his shelf tumble violently to the floor. The timing is too precise, the energy too forceful. It's no coincidence. This is the work of a poltergeist, and Elias once again finds himself powerless against it. So, what would you do in his place? How do you deal with a house that refuses to let you live in peace? Dustin Frazier works long overnight shifts at an old diner buried deep in the Appalachian Mountains, a place locals whisper is haunted. On this night, everything seemed routine as Dustin filmed his thoughts while handling his usual late-night chores, until something broke the silence.
Okay, coffee is made. Well, whenever I say make coffee, it means I have to, like, I literally just have to press the button, but, I have to, like, put it in the filter, and that's just so tedious. I don't want to do all that, you know? Like, they don't pay me enough, honestly. But, anyways.
Strange noises echoed through one of the dining areas, drawing him in. But as he investigated, Dustin had no idea a terrifying presence was already much closer than he realized. The footage only grows more unsettling from there. In its final moments, the recording ends inexplicably with the camera placed inside the diner's microwave. Viewers have speculated that whatever supernatural force was captured on film might explain Dustin's unnerving behavior that night. So, was this genuine paranormal activity, or just an elaborate hoax? A TikTok user named Vicky has been steadily documenting a string of disturbing events that have unfolded around him. It all began over a year ago during his late-night shifts at a convenience store. At first, it was small things. Objects moving on their own, faint whispers in the aisles, and an unsettling feeling of being constantly watched. But over time, the sinister presence haunting his workplace seemed to attach itself to him, following him back to his own home.
And my neighbors called and they said that my light is flickering in my apartment. So, let's go look. Nobody should be in here right now. Bro, why is my pipe? Why is that on? Why was that damn door? That door was not shut. I don't. Who are you? What do you want? I'm out.
One night, after receiving a frantic call from his neighbor, Vicky rushed back to his apartment, only to find the lights inside flickering uncontrollably. Terrified that someone might have broken in, he entered cautiously. To his horror, the stove was mysteriously lit. Heart racing, Vicky searched room by room, but found no sign of anyone hiding. Overwhelmed with fear and desperation, he finally shouted into the empty apartment. That's when it happened.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
An eerie, disembodied voice responded, loud and clear. "Leave!" The chilling reply sent a shock through Vicky's entire body. Without hesitation, he bolted out the door, fleeing the darkness that had now invaded his home. 13-year-old Sombra from Spain loved creating makeup tutorials and dreamed of sharing them online. After weeks of pleading, her mother finally agreed. On one strict condition: her account would be carefully monitored by her parents. At first, the videos were innocent and fun, but soon, something far more sinister began creeping into her content. Viewers started leaving unsettling comments, claiming they saw a door moving in the background and heard strange noises during her recordings. Disturbed, Sombra's parents sat down to review the footage themselves. What they found was chilling.
Entonces, el rímel. Me manché. Me manché un poco. Uy, quedaron súper bonitas. Abajo también. No entiendo por qué. hago rápido y yo me voy. Es que chicos, yo estoy sola. Voy a ir a ver. Voy a ir a ver. Sí, la verdad no sé. No sé por qué es así, pero bueno, voy a acabarme de hacer rápido, pero el pelo. Yo como que me voy así, pero nada, porque la perdí así.
They could clearly see the door shifting on its own, accompanied by faint, unnatural sounds that seemed to echo around their daughter. Terrified, her parents became convinced that something supernatural had attached itself to her channel, something feeding off the growing attention. They didn't wait to find out what might come next. The account was shut down immediately. For Sombra, her short-lived dream of becoming a creator had turned into a nightmare. A man named J.D., who lives in Chicago, says strange things began the night of the solar eclipse. Sudden noises echoing through the house, small items mysteriously shifted when no one was around. Then one day a rhythmic knocking started in the bathroom, and nothing he tried would stop it. It would begin out of nowhere.
This just really been tripping me out. It's been doing this since the solar eclipse, I would say. And I don't really believe in ghosts. But this shit is really fucking with me. Look at this. It just stops. There ain't nothing going on. Look. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? Bro, there's no fucking way. Wait, I'm gonna leave the light on. What the fuck? Shit's really freaking me out, y'all. If you've ever seen anything like this before, please let me know.
Even while he was relaxing on the sofa, so heeding advice from viewers, he doused the bathroom with holy water. Instead of calming the noise, the knocking turned violent, escalating into hard, aggressive banging.
I got my holy water right here. I'm gonna insert the holy water into my water gun. All right. And I got I'll just put it in the thing. I got the cross like you guys said, dude. I didn't really have any real wood, but see, the thing is, I don't even know if I'm actually hitting my op. Like, I feel like it's coming from over here. It don't do it when the door is closed. Like, it does not do it. I look stupid as fuck. Oh my god. I need to get out the house. Y'all see it though, right? Y'all see that though, right?
Don't get it!
When he finally installed a camera inside the room, the footage confirmed the sound kept pounding the walls, even though the frame shows nothing there. Frustrated and unnerved, JD says he's had enough. He has no idea what's causing the attacks or how to make them stop. Wyatt and his family once believed they had found their dream home, until their cat died suddenly and the house began to turn against them. Peace gave way to terror. Unexplained bangs from the basement, faucets that run by themselves, small objects nudged as if by invisible fingers, and a swinging motion with no source. Professionals were called but offered no answers, and proof remained elusive, until one night while the rest of the family were out celebrating. Wyatt, hearing loud thuds from downstairs, grabbed his camera and crept down. What he filmed is bone-chilling.
You guys are hearing that, right? Hello? Ever since our cat passed away, things have kind of been picking up. I'm not going back there. Hello? Damn it. Who are you? Get the hell out of here. Jesus. Dude. Stop.
The footage is a catalog of the uncanny. Doors thudding, things shifting, a sense of pressure in the air. And then something simple and impossible. A ball appearing out of nowhere and rolling across the floor as if summoned. Days later, alone in the house while his son was at school, Wyatt recorded again. This time, the scariest moment comes in a reflection.
Excuse me. Are you back there again? This has become its favorite spot. Now, and there he is. Okay, that's enough water, please. Okay. Everyone can see you in their reflection, bud. Everyone can see you in their reflection. And it's gone. Okay. I know he's not in here, but I just want anyone who's watching to see. This is too small, but just like it's not. I just wanted you to see. The cabinets are knocking again. I'm leaving. Oh, that's enough for today.
In the fridge door's dark mirror, a shadowy figure glides past, vanishing when he rushes to the room. No footprints, no intruder, just the haunting certainty that he'd seen something not of this world. A man in Italy claimed he first experimented with a Ouija board purely out of curiosity. At the start, it was nothing more than a casual pastime, one that quickly grew into a daily ritual. For weeks he was met with silence, no signs from the spirit world at all. But that silence didn't last. Eventually, something answered back. And on one particular day, what followed left him paralyzed with fear.
Chi c'è? Chi è? Chi fa casino? Chi è che si sentiva? Chi c'è?
While home alone, he began to hear faint footsteps echoing across the floorboards, slowly moving closer and closer. A sudden crash erupted from behind him, and he knew with chilling certainty that he was no longer alone. Though nothing could be seen, a heavy, oppressive presence seemed to fill the air around him. The true nightmare began 3 days later. This time, his wife was the one alone in the house. The paranormal activity escalated violently.
Chi c'è? La luce. Chi è stato? Chi ha bussato? Non sono pazza. Non sono pazza. C'è qualcuno? Chi c'è? Dove sei? Fatti vedere. Dove sei? No, dove? Da dove? La cucina, la cucina, la cucina. Cazzo. Cazzo. Qui sto sfuggendo di mano.
First came the knocking at the door. Then, moments later, glassware in the kitchen flew from the shelves and shattered against the ground. Every incident seemed to trace back to that single, fateful decision to open a Ouija board and attempt contact with the other side. What began as harmless curiosity had unleashed something sinister. And according to the family, the activity hasn't stopped. They are still searching for answers, and updates to their terrifying ordeal may follow as the haunting continues to unfold. The following footage comes from a man named Mike, who discovered an abandoned elementary school hidden deep in the woods, far removed from any other buildings. Locals whispered rumors that the place was haunted, but instead of staying away, Mike decided to investigate alone. Almost immediately after arriving, he felt as though unseen eyes were watching him. As he surveyed the grounds, he came across old student uniforms scattered on the ground, as if children had left in a hurry and never returned. Inside, the school was in decay, with vandalism marking the walls and a silence that only added to the unsettling atmosphere. Despite the growing unease, Mike pressed forward. The deeper he went, the stranger things became. On the floor, he found missing person flyers and unsettling children's drawings. One showed two figures hiding in the trees from someone below. Another depicted a tall, shadowy figure towering over them. Disturbed but determined, Mike continued his exploration. That's when things took a terrifying turn. Strange, distorted voices echoed through the halls, growing louder, closer. Startled, Mike hid in a corner, frozen as the sounds reverberated through the building. An overwhelming dread washed over him, and he debated running, but curiosity kept him moving forward. Then, at the end of a hallway, he saw them. Two tall, dark shadow figures stood facing each other. Their forms were unnatural, their presence suffocating. The distorted voices returned, this time unmistakably coming from the shadows, as if they were speaking to one another. Mike's fear took over. He bolted, climbing out through a window and fleeing into the night without looking back. To this day, he swears the figures resembled the one from the children's drawings, and he believes the kids may have been hiding from these very entities long ago. Even more chilling, Mike claims he still hears those same distorted voices haunting him, long after leaving the school behind. This chilling clip was filmed by Patricia, an employee at a hospital in Florida widely believed to be haunted. She's experienced countless unsettling moments, phantom footsteps echoing down empty corridors, gurneys moving on their own, call bells ringing from vacant rooms, and the faint whisper of her own name when no one is there. For a long time, she convinced herself it was just her imagination. That all changed when she overheard coworkers describing the exact same experiences. From that moment, they agreed to document anything unusual. One night, Patricia captured this disturbing footage. Watch closely.
Watch this. I know I've done closed this drawer 5 times already. Come on. Do it. You ain't gonna do it because I got the camera out. I keep closing these doors, and then every time I turn around, they're open, but I don't hear them open. I swear to God. Hey, you gonna open them? I know. Come on. Open the top one.
I'll start doing something. This room is creepy. I'm waiting for a watch. Yeah. Come on. You wanna play? I've been trying to clean this room, but every time I turn around, there's stuff that's coming out these drawers. There's nobody else in here with me.
At first, nothing happened. Then, without warning, the lower drawer slid open on its own. But that wasn't all. Moments earlier, the room had been cold, but now she was hit with an overwhelming wave of heat, as if something unseen was standing right beside her. That was enough to make Patricia question everything she thought she knew about the hospital's ghost stories. Why do so many hospitals seem haunted? Could it be the countless lives that have ended within their walls? Or the long, silent nights and empty corridors that make our minds more susceptible to fear, convincing us we see what isn't really there? What do you think? A man named Chase Beckstead and his wife Rachel had been staying at Rachel's grandfather's residence, an old home that had fallen eerily silent following his passing just a month earlier. Late one night, as the couple prepared for bed, the stillness was shattered by something disturbing.
How you doing? You okay?
I don't know.
So, we were just going to bed and we're not... Let me just show you. Like, we've literally had to put the bag up against the door because we're not sure. And like, we're literally just...
Without warning, the bedroom door began to rattle violently, as if someone on the other side was desperately trying to force it open. But when Chase checked, there was no one there, and no draft that could explain the movement. Frightened, the couple decided it was best to leave, but as they hurried to gather their belongings, something even more terrifying occurred.
Okay, so we're leaving. We got all of our stuff packed. Oh. What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, we're out of here. I'm leaving. Like, I don't know what's going on.
Just as Chase approached the doorway, the door suddenly slammed shut with tremendous force and shook more violently than before. The chilling moment was enough to send the couple fleeing the house, unwilling to spend another second inside. Some speculate the spirit of Rachel's grandfather may still linger in the home, bound by unfinished business. Others fear a far darker presence has taken advantage of the vacancy. Whatever the case, Chase and Rachel left that night with a deep sense of unease, vowing never to return. A man in Vietnam was sleeping peacefully in his bedroom like any other night, when suddenly, just after 3 a.m., he woke up with the overwhelming feeling that he was being watched. To ease his paranoia, he pulled out his phone and began recording the room. At first, nothing seemed unusual, but there's one unsettling detail. Beneath the counter at the back of his room, there's a hole in the floor, and he has no idea where it leads. That alone was enough to make him uneasy. Then, on another night around the same time, the strange feeling returned. This time, instead of a video, he snapped a picture of the room, and what he captured was utterly terrifying. If you look closely, a small dark figure with a pale, distorted face can be seen lurking in the shadows under the counter, right by the hole. Horrified, he immediately left the room and later tried to block the opening with whatever objects he could find. But even after sealing it, the uneasy nights continued. At 3 a.m., he would still wake up, scanning his room in fear, always with the sense that something was watching him. He hasn't been able to sleep peacefully since, and he fears that whatever was in that hole may have already slipped out and could be hiding somewhere else in the house. But the real question is, what exactly did he capture that night? And could it still be there, waiting? On February 21st, 2025, a woman named Dual Lupe was staying at a cabin rented for her sister's birthday celebration. Late that evening, her attention was drawn to a smaller, seemingly abandoned cabin just across the way. Its front door stood ajar, almost inviting her inside. Feeling an eerie pull, Lupe switched on her phone's camera and cautiously approached, unaware of the chilling encounter awaiting her.
Por el cumpleaños de mi hermana y enfrente hay como una cabaña así, como pero abandonada chiquita. Y es como una casita del árbol, así como para niños, no sé. No sé, pero se ve muy tenebrosa. No sé si se vaya a caer esto porque está como todo podrido. Y no veo como para encender las luces ni nada. Mira, allá está la cabaña. Y... No, no tiene luz. Hay como una mesa, hay ganchitos de ropa y televisor.
As she neared the threshold, the silence shattered. A sudden, violent slam shut the cabin door with a deafening finality echoing through the night. Startled, Lupe froze. But what makes the footage even more unsettling is something she didn't notice in the moment. Just before the door closed, a strange figure appeared to peek from within, only to retreat back into the shadows. Its faintly glowing eyes and mouth suggested this was no ordinary person. Since that night, Lupe has refused to return to the cabin, leaving the rest of us to wonder who or what was watching her from the darkness. On February 20th, 2025, a mother named Rachel noticed something strange about her son, Andrew's giant inflatable Elmo balloon. At first, it seemed harmless, just floating naturally around the house, but soon she realized something unsettling. No matter where it drifted from, the balloon always stopped in the same place, right in front of the basement door. It never went inside. It just hovered there, as if something unseen was pulling it toward the dark stairwell. The next night, Rachel decided to film. Once again, the balloon floated straight to the basement door before coming to a dead stop. Feeling unnerved but determined, she finally worked up the courage to go downstairs.
Babe, come here.
Yeah.
It's the balloon.
What's going on?
It's just like keeps going down to the basement.
You're still with that balloon?
Yeah.
What's it doing now?
It's like almost supposed to go to the basement or something.
Well, turn the lights on. Let's see.
The basement looked completely normal until her camera picked up something she didn't hear in the moment, a faint disembodied whisper saying, "Hey!" From that point on, the strange activity escalated. Days later, Rachel watched in shock as Andrew, glued to his iPad, suddenly stood up and followed the balloon toward the basement. Without saying a word to his mother, he began walking after it, as though entranced.
Andrew.
Alarmed, Rachel quickly ended the recording and rushed to pull her son back before he could go downstairs. But the creepiest moment was yet to come.
Babe.
Quiet. Quiet.
Late one night, Rachel's camera captured the Elmo balloon slowly creeping up the staircase, heading directly toward Andrew's bedroom. It stopped only when Rachel flicked on the light, almost as if it knew it had been caught. Even the family dogs became distressed, barking wildly whenever the balloon moved on its own. The family wanted to get rid of it, but Andrew refused to let the balloon go, even though he never played with it. They reluctantly decided to keep it until it deflated. The following night, Rachel heard loud bangs coming from her son's room.
Hey, Andrew. Andrew?
She began recording as she entered. 3 distinct knocks echoed, chillingly deliberate. Viewers later noticed something else. Andrew never acknowledged his mother, never responded to her voice. Some began to speculate he was already possessed, or being watched by something attached to the balloon. But the final encounter was the most terrifying. While home alone, Rachel spotted something horrifying near the top of the basement doorframe.
Ah!
On camera, a pale forehead and dark hair can clearly be seen peeking out, followed by two black, soulless eyes staring back at her. Rachel immediately called her partner home. By then, it was undeniable. Something or someone was in the basement. Could the balloon have been controlled by this entity the entire time? Was it trying to lure Andrew down the stairs? Whatever the case, Rachel is now keeping the basement door locked. And until they uncover the truth, this haunting mystery is far from over. A man named Taylor was told by his girlfriend that her house was haunted. She lived alone and often claimed to hear footsteps when no one else was around. Taylor dismissed it, assuming it was just the old floorboards creaking. But one evening, while his girlfriend was still at work, Taylor found himself alone in the house when he heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps upstairs. Skeptical but curious, he pulled out his phone to record.
My front camera is smashed, but I'm here at my girlfriend's house by myself. She always says it's haunted because it sounds like somebody is walking around upstairs. I've never heard it until now. I always say it's not haunted because the house is a little old. But it legit sounds like there's somebody upstairs. I will swing on a ghost, or if it's a person, I don't care. Who's up there? Oh my God, they're like at the top of the stairs. Come down these stairs and I will swing on you, I promise.
The sounds grew louder, moving across the floor above him. As Taylor cautiously stepped halfway up the staircase, the footsteps suddenly turned into the sound of someone running directly toward him. Startled, he instinctively swung his fist into the air, hoping to hit whatever was there. Taylor later explained that ever since that night, both he and his girlfriend have continued to hear strange noises throughout the house. So far, they haven't posted any further updates, leaving people to wonder, what exactly is lurking upstairs? One evening, a man hears footsteps descending the basement stairs. Except he's sure no one went down there. He grabs his camera and hurries to investigate, recording everything.
Oh my! What are you doing there? Who are you?
I got you good.
Oh, yes, you did. Oh, you got my heart good.
As he approaches the door, a toy ball suddenly shoots out from the darkness and strikes toward him, startling him so badly he slams the door shut and cuts the video. There's no dramatic apparition or loud crash, just that single, inexplicable launch. And that ordinary detail is what makes it so unnerving. What else could be waiting in the basement? The clip ends before we know, leaving the question to hang in the dark. A man who keeps a house full of dogs has captured something truly chilling on camera. For months, the dogs would suddenly fixate on one spot and growl as if terrified, a behavior he chalked up to the chaos of so many animals, until this incident. Home alone one day, he films as the dogs lock onto the same empty space, their hackles up, and barks low and urgent. And something unseen seems to stir the air.
Here. Wow. Happens all the time.
A few days later, his wife experiences the same thing while alone, the dogs reacting in the exact same way.
Okay, it just happened again and the dogs are freaked out. Get it. Davey, come over here. Get it. You be right there. Something opens that fucking door, you need to get him. Oh my god, I don't know if it's gonna happen again. It just fucking happened again. Move, 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 move! Fucking nobody there! The dog stopped fucking barking now. Davey's freaking the fuck out by the door though. Get it. What is it? There's nobody out there. I'm not opening the fucking door anymore.
With multiple witnesses and every dog responding to whatever's there, the family can't explain it away as coincidence or bad behavior. They've ruled out ordinary causes, and to this day, the footage remains unexplained. Whatever was in that room, it left them shaken and without answers. Samuel had spent the past year plagued by unexplained troubles that turned his life upside down. No matter where he went, strange events seemed to follow. Just 3 months before this footage was taken, he was suddenly fired from his job, accused of being responsible for a large amount of missing stock. What his manager didn't realize, however, was that something far more sinister might have been at play. Seeking answers and a sense of peace, Samuel turned to prayer, hoping his faith would bring him relief. But instead of comfort, what happened next left him shaken.
Listen, I'm like going through a bad depression right now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm like literally going through. Yeah. Oh, you are right. Yes, maybe praying will do it. Hold on. Yeah. Well, hold on. Let me call you back because I gotta start praying. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna start praying now. Yep. All right. Bye-bye. Bye. All right.
Ow. Okay, in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, I ask you, Jesus, for healing in this home. I ask you to take these demons away from my house. Leave my house now! Leave my house!
It was as if the force behind his misfortune grew enraged by his attempt to connect with the divine. Disturbances erupted all around him, breaking his focus and leaving him terrified. Overwhelmed, Samuel fled the house, his prayers left unfinished, while the entity remained free to torment him another day. Could it be that his desperation only made this presence stronger? What do you think? This unsettling footage comes from TikTok user Ashley Lynn, who thought she had found her dream home when she purchased a house from a relative. But soon after moving in, her dream unraveled into a nightmare. Strange, escalating activity plagued her daily life, leaving her questioning her own sanity. Frustrated with being dismissed as delusional, Ashley set up cameras in the areas with the most intense disturbances. She was desperate for answers, yet terrified of what she might uncover.
Coco keeps looking towards the stairs. And it's freaking me out. Like, I don't want to go upstairs now. But here's what I caught. And I'm sorry if I'm whispering because I don't want it to hear me talk about it because I'm a little scared. But like every time I start my movie, the knocking starts. And it's not 3 knocks in a row. It's just like a knock knock and then a knock knock. Like it's not 3 in a row. But I'm...
One night, as she sat watching a movie, the silence was broken by a series of loud, deliberate knocks coming from upstairs. Even her cat, Coco, reacted. Staring intently at the staircase with unshakable focus. But the disturbances grew stranger. One morning, a red ball rolled across her dining room floor, a toy she had never seen before. It would vanish for weeks only to reappear without warning. Oddly, her cats never touched it. They only watched. Then came the moment that forced Ashley to face what she feared most. Her guest room camera recorded the wardrobe door slowly creaking open. No draft, no one upstairs, and the movement was chillingly controlled.
Explanations to that, but I came up here because I got a notification on my camera that there was movement. So that's why I came up here and checked the closet. But no one is in the closet. Coco just went in there because, again, she's obsessed with going in closets. I keep this as my extra spare closet with just random shit in it, to be honest, like pillows, blankets, things like that. But Coco doesn't really seem scared of a lot of things, especially if it's going to let her into a closet. Like, she loves it. She loves to be in places she's not supposed to be. See, she's already thinking of ways she can climb. Also, I did check to make sure there's no crawl spaces, like any attic entrances, and there's not. Yeah, so sometimes Coco does look into this room. Freaks me out, but again, if it has anything to do with a closet, she's all for it. She loves to be in a closet. It's so weird. Coco, you're not afraid, are you?
When she checked the closet afterward, it was crammed with storage, leaving no space for anyone to hide. In her final update, Ashley admitted she had reached her breaking point. She unplugged the cameras, unwilling to see more, but one last detail still haunts her.
It's not evil. It's not hurting me. It's not hurting the cats. We can coexist. I just don't need to see it. Also, that camera is so delayed. Like, all of the notifications come so late, and I could be in here walking around and talking, and I would leave, and there'd be like, person detected. And it's like, oh shit. Oh, nope, that was me. Duh. So it is very outdated. So I just think this was probably not the best idea. But anyways, no one in the closet. Coco was not afraid. Coco just wanted in the closet.
In the aftermath video, as she inspected the empty closet, Coco's tail twitched sharply, a feline response often linked to stress and fear. Then, with unwavering focus, the cat tracked something invisible as if watching a presence slip out of the room. The combination of physical evidence, emotional tension, and her cat's uncanny instincts make this case disturbingly convincing. And Ashley's decision to stop recording serves as a chilling reminder. Sometimes it's what you don't see that's truly terrifying, especially when your pet sees it first. A man has been living in a house long rumored to be haunted. For months, he's endured relentless disturbances that have chipped away at his peace of mind. What began as subtle incidents, doors creaking open or slamming shut on their own, soon escalated into something far more sinister.
Dude. Scare me, dog. Man. Off, dog. Why every time I'm alone, dude? Some noise coming from in there. Oh, hell no. Dude. What's that noise? Oh, I'm blind. Ah, crap. Garage door's locked. I don't want to go in there. Shit. It was not like that, dude. I can't see shit through this screen. I can't see nothing through the goddamn screen. Is that water? thing's... That's not... Well, I guess it is a window, too. God dang, that thing's fucking filthy. Hello? Hello? Oh, Jesus. It's just my lighter. I don't know why. Ouch. I got bad posture. Let me fix that. Am I hearing things? It's like a low rumble. Fun. Fun. David. It's not funny, guys. Hello? 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 Fun? Fun. Whew, man. The chills, dude. How bad. Oh.
As the activity intensified, the occurrences became frequent and aggressive, leaving him in constant fear. Desperate for answers, he set up security cameras inside his home, and what he captured was chilling.
Weird.
In one clip, a faint transparent figure lingers beside his bed, its shadowy form impossible to explain. In another, a pitch-black shape drifts across the room in plain sight, leaving viewers stunned. Now he's left wondering, is his home truly haunted by restless spirits, or is there a far darker presence behind these terrifying events? TikTok user Lanny Omina is known for sharing glimpses of her everyday life, singing, laughing, and spending time with her family. But in the video you're about to see, Lanny captured something that has left both her and her viewers on edge.
Autoria que eu amo demais e não sai da minha cabeça. Se as lágrimas embaçam seu olhar e o coração. Ai, mamãe, vai pra sala, vai pra mamãe gravar, senão eu esqueço. Dou já. Se as lágrimas embasam seu olhar e o coração já não consegue mais se alegrar, é nessa hora que... Meg, tá vendo alguma coisa? Gente, não tem nada, não tem ninguém aqui. Misericórdia, meu pai. Lá em cima, uma casa, porém desativada. Agora é tudo fechado.
At first, it seems like a typical cozy moment. Then, something chilling appears. A hand seems to reach down from the wall, not once but twice. When Lanny notices it, her face twists in pure terror. The truly unsettling part? She insists no one else was in the house at the time, aside from her and her son, who we see clearly in the clip. Even her dog senses something, staring anxiously toward the shadows upstairs. A few days later, Lanny posts an update. Her viewers, desperate for answers, begged for more footage. What they received in the final clip sent shivers down their spines.
Fiz para eu não esquecer da letra. A intenção não era nem postar, eu não queria esquecer a letra. Meu esposo estava trabalhando, tá? Meu esposo estava trabalhando, ele viaja, ele trabalha e ele viajou aqui para perto.
Many believe Lanny's home is haunted, a spirit urging her to leave before it's too late. But what do you think? Is this the ghost of a past resident? Or could there be another explanation for this eerie footage? Late one evening, a highway security guard named Javier Briones was stationed at a remote outpost in Uruguay. For several nights in a row, he reported faint knocks echoing against the outpost door. Yet, every time he checked, there was no one there. Hoping to capture proof, Javier began live streaming his shifts. That's when the knocking returned, and this time, something far more chilling appeared.
15 segundos ya, cabros. Están golpeados, ustedes están escuchando. Les voy a mostrar cómo está afuera, para que vean que afuera tampoco anda nadie. Miren, no se ve nadie afuera. Está la moto ahí, acá no hay nadie tampoco. Y acá no hay nadie tampoco. Y están golpeando, se escucha el teléfono.
As Javier slowly panned his camera across the window, the pale face of a woman emerged, tilting her head unnaturally as if staring directly at him. But the terror didn't stop there. Refusing to open the door, he stayed inside, only to watch objects topple on their own, while the knocking grew louder and more relentless.
De nuevo para mostrar también que no soy yo. Y hago este video, bueno, vamos al turno noche, ya como el 20. Hago este video para que ustedes lo compartan también y ver si a alguien más le pasa. Para eso son estos videos turno noche, lo grabo para eso. Y pasó rápido. Miren, se acaba de caer esto solo, güey. Miren, estaba acá, estaba ahí y se acaba de caer solo.
Days later, on a fog-covered night patrol, Javier once again heard the familiar tapping. Determined to uncover the source, he followed the sound into the darkness until he spotted a shadowy figure standing motionless in the distance, silently watching him.
Acaba de caer una niebla, voy a hacer una ronda. Bueno, cabrón, 3 de la mañana y se ve como una silueta de un hombre parada allá. Está muy lejos, por eso no se ve tan bien. Grabar todo el zoom para que vean ahí.
Moments later, it vanished. To this day, Javier doesn't know who or what was haunting the highway outpost. Was it the restless spirit of someone who died on that road? Or could something else entirely be at work here? A woman was assigned by a realtor to clean a particular property. Strangely, she found herself returning to this same house again and again. The realtor explained that tenants rarely lasted long. Most broke their lease and moved out shortly after moving in. But he never told her why. One night, after the most recent tenants had left, she was cleaning the house alone when something terrifying happened.
Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque la gente no dura rentando. Rompe el contrato por una u otra cosa y tuvimos que venirla a limpiar el día de hoy porque ya mañana se van a mover. Se las quiero enseñar. Lo raro es que dice el realtor que no dura la gente. Esta casa se ha limpiado muchísimas veces porque rompe el contrato a la gente. Ay, no mames. Ya es noche. Estoy sola. Chingados, está ahí. No hay nada. Esta pinche casa la han rentado un chingo de veces. Y no sé por qué rompe el contrato la gente. Ay, no. Déjenme regresar, sí, porque me dio cosas aquí. ¿Te imaginas? Para que la gente rompa el contrato acá, es porque de plano no aguantan a vivir aquí. Y ahorita les voy a enseñar lo demás para allá. Déjenme prender la luz. ¿Dónde está la luz acá? Chingada madre. Ahorita les voy a enseñar. Esta es una recámara. Se está poniendo ahorita tenso. Entonces, el señor dice que ya van varias familias que rompen el contrato.
As she walked through the empty halls, a door creaked open entirely on its own. No one was there. Trying to brush it off, she continued her work, but the atmosphere grew heavier. Approaching a dark room, she captured something chilling.
Se escucha el ruido por acá. No sé qué sea. Escuché mucho ruido. Yo creo que me voy a tener que ir.
In the corner, barely visible, was what looked like a shadowy figure lurking in the darkness. Fortunately, she was already on edge and didn't step inside. As she hurried to leave, the activity escalated. Another door slowly opened right in front of her. That was the breaking point.
No quiero apagar la luz de ella porque se está poniendo ya. Ay, no. Creo que me voy a regresar mañana mejor. Yo me voy a la chica. Esa pinche luz, la de acá la tengo que apagar.
She rushed out of the house, shaken, now understanding exactly why every tenant abandoned the property so quickly. This video comes from a woman named Emma, who captured something on film that left her deeply shaken. Late one evening, while relaxing in her living room, she began hearing strange noises at her front door. What she recorded next is nothing short of disturbing. In the clip, eerie sounds echo from the other side, followed by a chilling voice that seems to mimic her own, whispering, "I know you're in there." But when Emma peeks through the window, there's nobody outside. No intruder, no explanation. Suddenly, the door begins to rattle violently. She takes one final look, but again, nothing. The nightmare seemed to end there. Until 6 nights later, it happened again.
And this is why I can't call the cops, because when I go to look, there's no one here. I know it's hard to see, but I'm not opening the door. There's like no one out there, and like this is a window. There's no people, but this is a window, and you can really see out there. And like, it's hard to see. So I don't know what the hell is going on.
This time, the voice grew more aggressive, demanding, "Let me in!" Once more, Emma checked. And once more, no one was there. Too terrified to unlock the door, she refused to let whatever it was inside. Emma now suspects the presence of a mimic, a spirit that takes on the voice of its victim to lure them in. The disturbing part? These encounters continue to happen every few nights, suggesting we haven't seen the last of it. So, what do you think? Was Emma targeted by something paranormal? Or was this all an elaborate hoax? You decide. A man living with his family had never experienced anything paranormal until one night during his routine office work when he noticed something strange with his dog, Ragnar. The dog became fixated on the garage, waking in the middle of the night to bark at the door with clear terror. Even when offered his favorite treats, Ragnar refused to step inside, a behavior completely unlike him. The man himself had heard what sounded like footsteps in the garage before, so he set up a camera to capture whatever was going on. What he recorded was chilling. Through the small gap beneath the garage door, faint footsteps could be seen moving across the floor. But when he investigated, the space was empty. Ragnar still refused to go inside. Then things escalated. Objects in the house began to move on their own. At one point, the dog's leash swung violently against the wall, startling Ragnar so badly that he bolted from the room. Still determined, the man stayed up, hoping to capture the shadow he thought he'd seen. Finally, he spotted it. A fleeting figure passing through the doorway. He rushed into the garage to confront it. But once again, there was no one there. So, what was Ragnar sensing? A ghostly presence? Or something far more sinister lurking in the dark? Abdullah's adventures often take him into real-life haunted places. Abandoned homes, crumbling villages, and landscapes filled with unexplained noises in the dark. After hearing disturbing rumors about a ghost-infested village, he decided to pack his gear and see for himself. Once there, Abdullah called out into the silence, hoping for some kind of response. What he got was far more terrifying than anything he could have imagined.
Bismillah. La ilaha illallah! La ilaha illallah! Really? Allah. Bismillah!
At first, the bushes around him began to shake, debris shifting unnaturally in the stillness. Some might dismiss it as the wind, but if a breeze strong enough to move heavy wooden boards was blowing, wouldn't you hear it howling? And why did only certain bushes react, while the rest remained completely still? Then came something even worse. As Abdullah turned toward a broken-down building, the activity escalated.
أعوذ بكلمات الله التامات من شر ما خلق بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء.
A shadowy figure appeared in the doorway, leaning out multiple times. All that could be made out was its dark outline, and a single glowing white light. Was it an eye, or something more sinister?
طبيعي يا جماعة مو طبيعي المكان هذا. لا إله إلا الله يا ويلي لا إله إلا الله.
ويلي الله لا إله إلا هو الحي القيوم لا تأخذه سنة ولا نوم. أوف. إذا في أحد المكان يطلع.
Suddenly, the figure shifted, now appearing in the building directly behind him. It was as if the entire village had awakened and turned against him. But instead of running, Abdullah pressed forward, drawn to an old, collapsing tunnel, radiating with the strongest supernatural energy yet.
أنا ما جيت عشان أنسحب. أبغى هذا اللي فوق أنا ما جيت عشان أنسحب. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل. لا إله إلا الله. بسم الله. اخواني اخواتي انا اعتذر منكم. انا اعتذر منكم.
Skeptics may claim the video feels staged, but that doesn't explain the loud bangs, the slamming windows, or the objects hurled by invisible hands. Like so many paranormal encounters, Abdullah's experience leaves us with more questions than answers. Abdullah never passes up the chance to explore abandoned, crumbling structures, but this place was different. It didn't just feel forgotten, it felt cursed. On a previous visit, he had barely stepped inside before every hair on his body stood on end, warning him to get out. Something about it felt forbidden. When he finally gathered the courage to return, the moment he pushed open the door, he was met with a choking cloud of dust, collapsing furniture, and a swarm of startled bats bursting from the ceiling.
السلام عليكم. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله.
Were they simply a sign of how long the place had been sealed off from human presence? Or were they a dark omen of what was to come? Undeterred, Abdullah pressed deeper into the structure until he reached a grotesquely twisted staircase. He paused, straining to listen. And that's when it happened.
السلام عليكم. السلام عليكم. ترى بطلع لك. سمعتك. ايوه. سامع خطواتك اطلع. اخ العيال. سامع خطواتك والله اطلع.
The sound he dreaded most in a place like this. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, echoing above him. Instead of fleeing, Abdullah made a daring choice. He climbed toward the sound. On the second floor, the presence grew heavier. More than just paranormal, it was powerful. That's when he discovered what he would later call the Room of Talismans.
سامعين 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 سامعين. أنت إنس ولا جن؟ أبو محمد الله القوي وأنتم الضعفاء. الله القوي وأنتم الضعفاء. ما هو طبيعي اللي قاعد يصير هنا يا جماعة. والله ما هو طبيعي. هذه غرفة الطلاسم يا جماعة. هنا طلعنا أكثر من سحر. أبو محمد جبريل. لا إله إلا الله.
لا إله إلا الله.
Every wall was covered in cryptic graffiti and strange, menacing symbols. The air itself seemed to scream at him to leave, but curiosity pulled him deeper. Then, the real nightmare began.
أبو محمد إذا أنت إنس اطلع. عليكم يا جماعة، الكشاف اللي عندي في العماية. إذا أنت إنس اطلع. محمد الله القوي وأنتم الضعفاء. إذا أنت انس اطلع ابن الحلال. حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. قل أعوذ برب الفلق من شر ما خلق.
Objects hurled across the room, unexplainable noises, darting shadows that seemed to close in on him. And just as he turned to escape, a heavy chair slammed against the door, sealing him inside.
محمد حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل. لا 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 لا. أبو محمد لا إله إلا الله. يدي.
Something did not want him to leave. That was the breaking point. Abdullah abandoned the investigation, convinced that whatever haunted this place wasn't just trying to scare him. It wanted to hurt him. And honestly, he may be right. Unless there was someone hiding in the shadows orchestrating all this without ever being seen, it's hard to believe this was staged. So, what do you think really happened inside that cursed building? Share your theories in the comments below. On February 6th, 2025, Valeria and her boyfriend Diego checked into the infamous Colima Hotel in Mexico, a place locals whisper about for its dark past as a former hospital. Hoping to document paranormal activity, the couple set up their camera and began trying to communicate with any spirit still lingering in the halls. What they captured was nothing short of terrifying.
De terror a las 3 de la mañana. Estamos en un hotel que supuestamente hay espíritus.
Se supone que aquí era un hospital antes.
Así que pueden pasar cosas. Continuamos con la llamada. Le estamos marcando otra vez. Bueno. ¿Te podemos ayudar en algo? ¿Ocupas ayuda? ¿Quién eres?
¿Qué pido, Valeria? Cuélgale.
Le empezó a decir el nombre de Diego, creo.
Vale, ya.
No. Cierra, güey, neta, cierra. Cierra. Uy, no, túmbate el están marcando eso. Uy, güey, tengo miedo.
Without warning, the hotel lights began to flicker on their own, followed by loud, aggressive pounding rattling their door. The chilling sounds were caught on camera in vivid detail. But when Valeria and Diego opened the door, no one was there, just an unsettling silence. Trying to calm their nerves, they stayed put, unaware that the scariest moment had yet to unfold.
Oigan, no sabemos qué pasó. Literalmente, Diego y yo estamos solos en el cuarto. De madrugada no hay manera en la que haya sido otra cosa.
No.
Güey, nos están pasando cosas muy raras.
Ya apaga eso, vale.
Vamos a literal salir al pasillo porque están tocándonos la puerta horrible y ya tenemos mucho miedo. Vean, o sea, esto está...
Fíjate. Voy a cerrar. Me siento raro, vale.
Los pasillos están...
Fíjate,
no corras. Espérate, Diego. O sea, vean los pasillos. No.
While recording in a deserted corridor, an emergency door suddenly slammed shut on its own, a moment clearly captured on tape. Under normal conditions, the door should have stayed locked by a fire safety magnet, yet moments later, it creaked open again, as if inviting them inside. Diego later claimed he saw a dark, shadowy figure lunging toward him, something that felt far more sinister than a simple ghost. Could it have been a demonic entity? Did Diego unknowingly invite this presence, risking bringing it home with them? Is this one of the scariest videos of genuine paranormal activity ever caught on camera, or just a cleverly staged hoax? One evening, a man found himself home alone when unsettling noises began drifting up from the basement below. Strange knocks, faint rustling, just enough to stir his unease. Grabbing his phone, he hit record, hoping to capture proof of whatever was lurking in the shadows.
Hello? Hello? Keep hearing weird noises in the basement, Steve, so I just want to... Oh my god. No way, oh my god. See, bro, there's nothing on this door. Hello?
As the camera rolled, the basement door suddenly creaked open all on its own, cutting through the silence of the house. No draft, no one nearby, no tricks. Just the eerie sound of the door swinging wide, as if some unseen force had been waiting for him. Summoning his courage, he descended into the basement, but everything appeared untouched. No damage, no intruder, no sign of forced entry. Still, the tension clung to him, leaving him with the unsettling sense that his home was no longer his alone. Days later, things escalated. This time, he heard the upstairs shower running, though no one else was home. Once again, he filmed as he crept toward the bathroom.
Hello? Oh, shit. There's gotta be something.
The camera captured the floor, drenched as if someone had just stepped out, And then, without warning, the shower curtain slowly slid open by itself. Behind it, nothing. No one. Just an empty stall. That quiet, deliberate movement sent a chill down his spine. Whatever force haunted the home was no longer hiding in the dark. It was bold, it was real, and it wasn't stopping. Shaken and desperate for answers, the man reached out to a team of professional paranormal investigators, determined to uncover what kind of presence had claimed his home. Then Jack, a TikTok creator with a growing passion for antiques, recently discovered the darker side of collecting relics from the past. Because sometimes history carries more than just memories. Sometimes it carries something haunted. For years, Jack had brushed off the occasional oddity. Objects shifting, faint noises in the dead of night. Nothing that felt threatening. But recently everything changed. He's now convinced that a spirit has attached itself to one of his antiques, and it refuses to let go. The activity escalated quickly. One morning, Jack awoke to an unnatural chill in his sitting room. Even with a fire burning, the air remained icy cold. Suspicious of what might be lurking, he began filming around the house, an instinct that may have saved him from doubting his own sanity. Soon, the haunting turned hostile. Lights flickered violently, doors slammed shut, and unsettling noises filled the house at all hours.
Okay folks, as you can see, it's almost 10:20 in the morning. I've decided to start filming because I knew something wasn't right in this house this morning. I've got the fire on, as you can see there, and it's warm outside, but the house is freezing. And furthermore, there's constant, I don't know, scratchy type noises coming from the dining room. So I've got it out there, that's the car, on the off chance. If you're making noises in here, make yourself known. Do it now while I've got an actual camera out again. It's driving me absolutely wild, to be honest. Oh, it's cold. Can you do something to make your presence known? Oh, my TV's gone off. Right, okay. Ooh, there's a bit of an atmosphere, you know, guys. Cat's acting a bit weird as well. What's wrong? You okay? What? Right, thank you for doing that. Okay, woo, I'm freaked out. Thank you. What is it you want? Why do you just randomly flare every now and then? The cat is going nuts at the bottom of the stairs. If you've just moved that chair, do something for me again. Can you hear that noise? Sophia, what are you doing? Whoa, what was that? What was that? What was that? What? Jesus.
Whatever presence Jack had awakened, it wasn't content to simply make itself known. It seemed to have something personal against him. Whether tied to a specific object in his collection or feeding on the energy of the home itself, one thing became clear: this poltergeist wasn't going anywhere. In May 2025, a TikTok user named Melody Rose shared a video recounting a bizarre and unsettling experience. Earlier that day, she had discovered a bouquet of flowers left on her doorstep. No note, no sender, no explanation. As she casually narrated the strange delivery to her followers, something far more chilling quietly unfolded in the background.
About these flowers. Boom. They're dying. I know. That's not weird because it's me. Okay? They die.
No note. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. So, hold on, my dogs are freaking out. Hold on. Back to the story. So today when I get home,
In the upper left corner of her doorway, a ghastly face seemed to materialize. Its twisted, disturbing expression was easy to miss at first glance, but once spotted, it became impossible to ignore. After eagle-eyed viewers flooded her comments pointing it out, Melody returned with an update video, this time brightening the footage. The enhanced clip only made the sight more terrifying.
the one where I get flowers, no note. I thought that's what the TikTok was about, but apparently there is someone or something standing behind me in the doorway. I decided I'm going to screen record myself screenshotting the doorway, playing around with the settings. This is what I found.
The face was now unmistakable, and Melody admitted her heart sank the moment she saw it in grim detail. The eerie connection between the mysterious bouquet and the ghostly figure left many questioning. Was this a sinister calling card from a restless spirit? Or just a chilling coincidence that defies explanation? Skeptics argue it could be nothing more than clever editing or a well-timed prank. But if the footage is real, it may stand as one of the most haunting accidental ghost sightings TikTok has ever seen. This chilling footage is said to come from Indonesia, where a couple's peaceful life took a horrifying turn. One night, the woman is caught on camera walking past the staircase. Moments later, her partner goes to investigate, only to come face to face with a demonic figure. Paralyzed with fear, he bolts back inside, desperate to hide. But this was only the beginning. Days later, the nightmare escalated. While the woman was resting alone in a room, a shadowy presence drifted past her. She quickly turned the camera, and there it was again. The same twisted entity, standing directly in front of her, watching. And just as suddenly as it appeared, it vanished into thin air. Real or staged, one thing is undeniable: this footage is absolutely terrifying. John is a quiet man who lives alone, spending most of his time making music and gaming. But recently his peaceful routine was disrupted by something he couldn't explain.
I'm the only one here right now. And as you can clearly hear, there's just someone out there.
It began with a faint tapping sound somewhere inside the house. The unsettling part? John was completely alone. At first he brushed it off, hoping it was nothing. But the tapping didn't stop. It grew louder, more persistent. A few days later, while sitting at his PC, the knocking returned, this time echoing through the walls with an almost urgent rhythm. Determined to find the source, John picked up his camera and began to investigate.
To what is in my apartment while I'm home alone? Like, what could... Now, last time I didn't do this. I'm gonna open this door and it's gonna stop. I hate it.
As he moved closer, the tapping grew faster, reverberating unnaturally as though something, or someone, was hiding just beyond his reach. But the moment he opened the door, it all stopped. Silence. No movement, no explanation. Now John is left with the growing suspicion that something paranormal may have attached itself to his home. But until more evidence surfaces, the mystery remains unsolved. Olivia and her boyfriend had been experiencing strange, unexplained events in their apartment for some time. Their cat often reacted to things no one else could see, and doors would creak open on their own. But one night, things took a terrifying turn. As the couple returned home late in the evening, they glanced up at their window and froze. A dark, shadowy figure was standing inside, watching them before vanishing from sight. Panicked, they rushed upstairs, only to find the apartment empty.
Alright guys, we are currently home. We are about to go in. I don't think I've ever been more scared in my life. Don't mind our house, but the blanket is on the floor.
The only thing out of place was a blanket that had been hanging over the door, now lying crumpled on the floor. The following night, Olivia began hearing faint tapping sounds coming from that same room. She started recording, and what she captured was chilling.
Wait! There's legit no one in here, dude. No one is in here.
An object fell suddenly, and then the door slammed shut with violent force. When she opened it, the room was empty. No one was inside. As the days passed, the activity escalated. One evening, Olivia noticed unsettling hand-like scrape marks high on the walls, far beyond her reach.
Can anyone tell me what this is? Looks like handprints, almost like scraping down our wall. That's the creepiest shit I've ever seen.
The disturbing thought crept in. Could something demonic be inside her home? That night, the most terrifying moment yet occurred. Olivia claims the presence in her apartment grew stronger, the activity more aggressive, and she now fears it may never leave. So, what do you think? Is Olivia's home truly haunted by something dark and demonic? Or is it all an elaborate setup? Zan had been feeling increasingly unsettled after nights of hearing strange, unexplained noises from the attic above. What made it worse? The attic door was inside her bedroom. For weeks the rustling continued, until Zan could no longer convince herself it was just a raccoon or some harmless animal. Finally, she gathered the courage to investigate. What she discovered left both her and everyone watching completely baffled.
Pretty confident that a human is not up here, at least. I don't know why it's taking me so long to see this white sheet thing in front of me. I am so ready to wrap it up and get the hell out of Dodge until finally I notice something. What the fuck is that? Who is this diva? It's just a gremlin toy. It's obviously a puppet. Wait, I think this is a puppet. Thank God. I cannot believe the mint condition this guy's in. Honestly, I'm quite drawn to it. I'm gonna see if I can see anything else real quick before I get the f out of here. The f that this is all just around the opening of the latch should be more concerning to me, but I have no self-awareness. Wait. Why did I not see this? It was right beside me. You're pulling my leg, right? At first I thought it was like a rat mask. It's a pig. What the going on in here on this day? There's no one up here. Can't hear anything up here, just the traffic. I'm gonna close this shit up and lock it. And I'm keeping my new findings because, you know what, they're kind of cute. Just inhale.
Sitting in the dust of the loft was a puppet, placed there deliberately, as if waiting to be found. Who leaves something like that behind? Instead of getting rid of it, Zan chose to keep the puppet. Things grew even stranger when she began using it to promote a new song, making it the face of her online content. Her attic videos quickly went viral, but in her next post, Zan appeared visibly irritated by all the attention. Was it just a double bluff, or had she stumbled into something far more sinister? Skeptics point out the noises could have come from bats, squirrels, or simply the house creaking with age. But those last 3 knocks, captured so clearly on camera, didn't sound random. They were deliberate, intentional, and deeply chilling.
And to do if you think that there is a person in your attic, hypothetically speaking. I feel like I am losing my marbles. I really feel like I'm losing every night for the last week. Without fail, between the hours of like 10 and midnight, there is a banging coming from my ceiling. It's not neighbors because I'm in terraced housing. I only hear shit side to side. And on top of all that, there's an attic door in my room. Here she is, isn't she diva? Hi, gorgeous. I have never been in that space, so I don't know whether it's like an entire attic, whether it's a crawl space. I don't know. It's 8:30 p.m. I'm gonna come back up here at 10 and record it so you can hear it for yourself. So you know that I'm not going crazy.
1 hour and a half later.
It's showtime, baby.
Hello.
I'm not alone, at least. Now we wait. Maybe we won't have to wait for that long. I told you, listen to the show. What the is that? Lily got creeped out and came downstairs, so I followed. I'm so sick of this. It's past the point where it's creeping me out. It's just annoying the out of me. I'm just gonna go up there tomorrow and investigate what it is in the daytime. Not now, while it's active. I might look stupid, but I'm not that stupid. I watch horror movies. Anyway, I'll give you an update tomorrow.
Then came the darkest theory of all, frogging. A phenomenon where people secretly live inside someone else's home without being noticed.
What is that?
Could that puppet have been left there as a sign? Or was Zan cleverly using it as part of a viral album promotion? Either way, the mystery lingers. And if it wasn't a stunt, then Zan's attic story is far more disturbing than anyone first believed. John lives alone, spending most of his time making music and playing games. But recently something inside his house has been disturbing his quiet routine.
I'm the only one here right now. And as you can clearly hear, there's just someone out there.
It began with a faint tapping sound, steady, rhythmic, and completely unexplained. Knowing he was alone, John chose not to investigate, brushing it off as nothing. A few days later, while playing a game on his PC, the tapping returned. This time it grew louder, sharper, and more insistent.
Back to what is in my apartment while I'm home alone. Like, what could... Now, last time I didn't do this. I'm gonna open this door and it's gonna stop. I hate it.
Finally, John worked up the courage to check. He stepped toward the sound, the tapping echoing faster and louder, until the moment he opened the door, instant silence. Whatever was making the noise was gone. To this day, John has no explanation. He's convinced it may have been something paranormal, but until more evidence surfaces, this eerie mystery remains unsolved. This is VCETE. He works late shifts at a small store, often alone. And during those nights, he's experienced more than a few unsettling things. Shadows moving where no one should be, strange noises echoing through the aisles, and a constant feeling that he wasn't really alone. One night, determined to catch proof, he set up his camera while stepping out of the store. What it captured is chilling.
Alright. I didn't remember the cooler being open, but clearly see.
The lights begin to flicker, the camera shakes on its own, and suddenly the door creaks open. For a brief moment, a dark figure peeks out from inside. Moments later, the fridge door swings open by itself. Yet, when Visit checks the live security feed, the place appears completely empty. But the nightmare didn't stay at the store.
I'm right there with that light. That's my neighbors, bro. Oh, hell no, bro. Hell, see, bro, I'm telling you, it's followed me to my house. Oh, my mama, it followed me to my house. She's not here. There is no car in the driveway. I'm literally in the next apartment. Like, I just got home from work, and this is what I see, bro. Yeah, haunted. This shit's haunted. This motherfucker followed me to my crib. Hell no. She's not here.
Yeah, no, been doing it all day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
It's in our kitchen.
And people, bro, I'm telling you, bro, this thing is following me to my house. I'm literally, I'm right there.
Yeah,
Look, my neighbor's not here. That's my neighbor's driveway. That's mine. This is her apartment, bro. Like, I'm not folding, bro. I'm not going. My father said he's been doing it all day today. And, like, this is the stuff I'm talking about. Cabinet's open. This cabinet is always open. Every time I come out here to let the dogs out, it does this, bro. See? Nobody's in there. Nobody's in there. This light right here. It's no shortage because they would have messed our apartment up too. Nobody's in there, bro. I know I'm like just looking at my neighbor's thing, but bro, that's like, I'm telling you, that's trippy. Like, nothing has happened at work all day today, and then all of a sudden this stuff starts to happen? Nah, heck no, cause I live right there. Literally, it's just a wall, and I heard it. Nope, nope.
After finishing a late shift and heading home, his father mentions that the neighbor's lights had been flickering all day, even though no one was home. Viksit couldn't shake the feeling that whatever was haunting the store had followed him. And soon, things at home turned terrifying. One night, while watching TV, he began hearing strange sounds.
So I'm home alone, and I'm pretty sure I'm hearing noises, things in that back room. Hello? Please tell me you guys heard that. I'm home alone too. Man, I'm not trying to do this. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go in here. Oh my... Bro, why is that? Who's here? Hello?
Something could be seen connected to a white wire, but when he returned after checking the house, it was gone. Another night, the disturbances returned, only this time he saw it with his own eyes.
So I'm home alone again, and I'm pretty sure I'm seeing something go, like, in and out of that hallway back there. Oh my, what the fuck is that? No. Bro, I don't want to go back there. I do not want to go back there. There's nobody in this room, bro, and there's nobody under the bed. Dude, what was that? It was a freaking hand. Freaking hell, dude, I gotta get out of this apartment. I gotta get out of this apartment. I don't want to go in there. What the fuck are those doing over there, bro? Why is the stuffed animals over there?
A dark hand slowly wrapped around the edge of the wall before retreating back out of sight. When he searched the area, no one was there. Stranger still, a set of plush toys that had been sitting on the armchair were suddenly found placed on the sofa. Now, Viksit is convinced that whatever haunted the store is with him at home. But the question remains, did he truly capture evidence of a ghost, or is something even darker following him? I'll leave it to you to decide.